Astra Yao brings in some interesting new mechanics with her enabling a bunch of quick assists and letting you chain attack without a stun. So how does this affect Harumasa? This video will be more about the combos and less about the damage, however I will touch on that when it's important. I have 5 relevant new combos specific to Astra Yao that I will show in this video, but just remember that these are not the only combos you can do, and all the combos you did with Nicole will still 99% work, and I'll talk about that 1%. This is just adding some extra tools to the playbook, not replacing it. Alright, let's get into it. If you don't know about Harumasa's mechanics, I would recommend that you watch this video. But in case you didn't understand or you don't want to watch another video right now, let me give a quick rundown of the mechanics that will be important in this video. First, if you go over the max of 6 quivers on field, excess quivers will become dash attacks, with every 2 quivers becoming 1 dash attack. They will only become dash attacks if Harumasa is on field while the excess quivers are created. Second, if you shoot an arrow at an enemy that's stunned or suffering from an anomaly, you will get an extra dash attack. Third, enemies can have up to 8 X-Prison stacks, so you can prepare X-Prison stacks to use later. Last, if you want to use X-Prison stacks without shooting the arrow first, you will have to manually dash and attack. Shooting the arrow just turns your normal attacks into dash attacks, so without shooting it, your normal attacks will just be, well, normal attacks. Alright, now that we're all caught up, let's get into what Astra Yao offers. I'll go into the primary differences in functionality first. If you take anything away from this video, is that Astra Yao lets you use chain attacks to replenish quivers. Obviously this was true before Astra Yao, but it's much easier to use multiple chain attacks with her. The second big difference is that Astra Yao's ultimate does not give the incoming character energy, unlike every other support in the game, so combos before that didn't require close to a full energy bar now do. The third big difference is that you don't have to refresh debuffs like you did with Nicole, but there is a caveat to this, so I'll get to that later. The fourth big difference is that Astra Yao's quick assist is slower than Nicole's. For this reason, most of the combos I will show in this video don't use it, so I will just give a quick demonstration of why this matters. Let me show what the 19 dash combo looks like with Nicole and with Astra Yao side by side. It's not a huge difference, but you can see that extra time on the Astra Yao quick assist costs 1 dash attack. It's not a huge deal, and again, if you would like a breakdown of how this combo works, I have a couple videos showing it and breaking it down, so check them out if you're curious. Now I'll go over the new combos. It's mostly just variations on already existing combos that take advantage of the fact that you don't have to refresh Nicole's debuff. First, I will show off some auto chain attack combos, then I will show the manual chain attack combos. The idea behind the basic auto chain combo is still exactly the same. Here's the 14 hit combo, and I will show both the Nicole version and the Astra Yao version side by side because they are exactly the same and this is the baseline. However, like I said already, we don't need to refresh Nicole's debuff, so we can actually just give Harumasa all the stun duration. This gives him more time, so we get to do something you'd almost never do with Nicole, which is shoot an arrow just for another dash attack without quivers on the field. We actually have enough time to do 2 more dash attacks like this, and we still have enough time to ult, so the new auto chain attack combo looks like this. What's surprising though is that there isn't enough time to do another dash attack after the 16th, but there is enough time to ult. Maybe with slightly better timing and execution, 17 is possible. Okay, before you start doing this in every fight, I should explain why this actually isn't a straight up damage improvement. First, you're not getting extra energy because of the ult difference, so you have to prepare more energy for this combo. And if the boss doesn't die or get close to dying, you have less energy for the next stun rotation. You also get fewer decimals because this combo cancels 2 chain attacks, so if you don't need decimals, feel free to do this, but otherwise it is probably better to cut out 1 or 2 dash attacks for chain attacks. And last, it's not even optimal DPS wise. I forgot to mention this in my other Harumasa video, but just because a combo has more dash attacks doesn't mean it's better to do. The main reason this isn't the most damage is the Astral Voice set, which you should have on either Astra Yao or your stunner. Astral Voice has a duration of 15 seconds, which is the duration of a stun window. Even if we refresh this just before the stun, it is damn near impossible to make sure that buff is still up by the time the ult comes out. This is because if we activated the chain attack with a quick assist, you would have to use another chain attack before Harumasa's. There is a way to get 15 dash attacks in while still having the ult buffed with the X ult animation cancel, but really the first combo I showed, which is just a copy of the Nicole combo, should be the strongest and most reliable because we refreshed the duration on the Astral Voice buff. However, if you don't have enough decibels for an ultimate, the difference between swapping to Astra to refresh the quick assist buff and not probably isn't large enough to care about. And if for whatever reason you don't want to use the Astral Voice disc drive set, you actually aren't losing out on damage doing this combo. Another drawback to this combo is that this also uses 2 skill usages, which requires close to full or full energy. So instead of using 2 skills, we can instead use Astra's ultimate to substitute for one of the skill usages. The animation actually takes some time, unlike Nicole, so you will lose out on a couple of dash attacks. Here's an example of a 12 dash attack combo using Astra's ultimate. You can get more dash attacks if you opt to skip Astra's chain attack, but she struggles with decibels, so it's more realistic that you will have to use her chain attack for some decibels first. So, to summarize, for auto chain attacks, 16 dash attacks is possible with ult, but the combo is only optimal to use if you don't have ult. And it is possible to use Astra Yao's ultimate to substitute for skill usage. Okay, so that wraps it up for auto chain attacks. There's probably some shock tech, but let's be honest, if you're optimizing for the shock, you're also probably already doing manual chain attacks. Speaking of which, let's get into the manual chain attack combos. This is where things get interesting. While most of the combos stay the same, there is a key difference in that we can now use the quick assist to activate chain attacks. This is actually a rare case that Anbi has an advantage over Qingyi because her quick assist is basically instant while Qingyi's take some time. With Qingyi, you can double swap to Astra to activate the chain attack, but it's slower and you will lose some dash attacks, but again, this does not break the combo and make it bad. Like I said earlier, because Astra Yao's quick assist is slower, there's no real improvements for any combo that involves the X ult animation cancel. However, for the combos that don't require it, there are some tangible improvements. Let me show an example combo with Nicole as an example. Actually, let me pause it right here. Wow, Nicole wasted a lot of field time here. So yeah, it should be pretty clear that this is where we can make an improvement with Astra Yao's quick assists, because remember, quick assists proc chain attacks. First, I'll show the double skill combo, then the single skill combo, which are 18 and 16 hits respectively. There's a mechanic here, which is that I skill and chain attack. You can't activate the chain attack too quickly or else the skill doesn't generate quivers. And last, if you need to squeeze your ult before the stun runs out, it's almost always better to drop a dash attack or two to make sure that the ult fits within the stun window. You will see that in the 18-hit combo, there isn't enough time to ult, and in the 16-hit combo, there was. The ult is at the end because if you had enough decibels, you wouldn't use these specific combos. Okay, finally, here's an alternate 19-dash combo. There is no ult, so it is inherently worse than a combo that does have ult, but well, it's cool enough to me, and I came up with it myself, so I'll show it. Anyway, I didn't mention Astra's ult here, and that's because I'm pretty sure it's just not that useful for manual chain attack combos. Harumasa's chain attack actually isn't very good, and the only good thing about it is that it generates quivers. It has relatively long animation, and it's not where the damage is coming from, so the ability to do more chain attacks doesn't actually increase the ceiling of Harumasa's damage combos. I've repeated this many times throughout the video, but it's worth mentioning again. Chain attacks generate a lot of decibels, so at least in my opinion, that is the main reason why you would trade dash attacks for her ultimate in a combo. Let's say you use the 2 chain attacks and you're still short on decibels, and let's say the timer on Deadly Assault is running out. Then I would swap the Astra Yao to ult for some more decibels to squeeze out that last ultimate. But otherwise, if you're doing manual chain attack combos, I think you're better off using her ultimate during downtime for the decibel buildup. Using it before a combo messes with reactivating the chain attack, and using it during the stun window, assuming you have enough resources, generally wastes a lot of time. But maybe my imagination just isn't large enough, so there's a decent chance I didn't think of a good combo that uses her ultimate. If there is, let me know down in the comments. Finally, should you use Astra Yao with Harumasa? As you can see from the newer combos I provided, she actually offers much more flexibility, but the ceiling is still similar. In Deadly Assault, where it's hard to come into every stun window prepared with every resource that you want, Astra Yao will outperform Nicole. However, in Shiyu defense, where the grouping is valuable and it's not too hard to prepare for the stun windows how you want to, putting her on the other team, unless your other team is Jujuan who wants Nicole more, is generally a good idea. I will be working on another video that shows off what Astra Yao can do for every team, so if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.